EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Pittsburgh Invitational. It is one of the most difficult golf courses in the United States. Oakmont Country Club outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, who was a part of that dramatic U.S. Open in 1994 at Oakmont, ultimately won by Ernie Els. Frank, when you think of Oakmont, what comes to mind?
The difficulty of the golf course, Rich. I know a lot's changed over the last 20 or so years. A lot of the trees have been removed. But really, that wasn't the story of Oakmont. It's the slick greens, how firm and fast they can be. The members there, for example, they marvel at the fact that people think they're fast. They say we putt on these greens every single day, and they're certainly no slower. But it's the bunkering as well. There's 210 bunkers here. They're all in play. And it just has that history. When you step on Oakmont, you just know you are walking on not one of the great courses in North America, but one of the great courses in golf.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. And getting ready for the putt.
That's a good par there, Rich.
Settles in always with excellent posture over the ball. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
So, Frank, out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Just a couple of feet. In for par. Third hole's a par 4. Again, it's 428 yards, but Frank, we look out to the left and we can see there's nothing quite like the third at Oakmont.
Well, the church pews certainly might look beautiful from our point of view, but they really shrink the hole down, or the landing area, because not only the pews on the left side, but a bunch of bunkers on the right. You see the tee shot plays a little downhill, but it funnels in so closely together that more often than not, we'll see players hit long irons off the tee here.
110 yards now for the second shot. Sit down, get down.
Oh, this is going.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
And now let's go down to the action at the 4th. Frank, we're early in the second round. What have you seen so far?
I've seen a lot that can be improved on too, but there's enough good there. That's the main thing. You know, the scorecard doesn't always reflect how you're playing, but a little bit of basics out there. Fairways, greens, maybe knock a couple of putts in. All of a sudden, that scorecard looks different.
And yet again, he has hit it off the tee and into the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, you just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. He'll need to be strong with this.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll. That was cruel. It looked like it was certainly going in.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Locked in on the read and the speed. Those keep the round going, those par putts. We're at the 5th hole now. Short hole, but Frank, pretty challenging even at 382 yards.
Yeah, you've got the bunkers are staggered. The first 3 coming down the left side, and then they start to link up with the ones on the right side that just sort of narrow this fairway up. It just sort of changes the strategy. But if you can just sort of thread an iron up there, that's the main thing. Because this green is going to be very narrow in the front and then slope away to the player's left. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brutal out there.
And setting up here in the rough. And he's made it onto the green now. So a tester from 4 feet. Good putt. Frank, what's the pros' take on the first par 3 here at Oakmont, the 6th, at just under 200 yards?
Oh, it's a real beauty. Very narrow in the front. You can see how it pinches in so close. It starts to widen up, but even to try and carry that bunker on the right side, there's very few players in the world that could hit it that high and manage to stop the ball in that corner. Once again, you're trying to thread it through that avenue at the front of this green. It's a tough par 3.
Don't want to miss it right here.
No. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he was thinking on that.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. Just a tap in to finish the hole.
With 9 holes to go, bogeys become so much more expensive.
All set here at the par 4 7th. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's a rather intimidating tee shot there, since the trees have all been removed used to be very, very close to this fairway. 3 bunkers down the right side, another 2 on the left. They've either got to be somehow threaded in between, or the longest hitters might just be able to squeeze it past.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
It's a 180-yard shot, his second. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hand, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Always 2 components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Good effort and good par putt. Here at the 8th at Oakmont, a famous hole. And Frank, it's not often we say of a par 3 that it is a beast, but the 8th at Oakmont is just that.
Yeah, you can imagine a 300-yard par 3 to a flat green. That would be hard enough. But imagine a 300-yard par 3 at a U.S. Open to a green that goes up at the front and then crowns at the top and then slips away at both sides. That's the 8th hole.
Looks like he came over just a little bit.
Yeah, that one wasn't pretty, but it's still gonna get away with it.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That is another bogey. It's getting messy, Frank.
Ouch.
Here we are at the ninth, par 4, 477 yards. Frank, this is a rugged hole.
It is. It used to be a par 5. Some say it should still be a par 5. Long, straight hole, runs alongside the first hole there. Bunkers left and right. And, of course, if you find the rough, the remnants of what it used to be a par 5 is that nice little cross bunker in the middle of the fairway, which forces you to lay up.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. Okay, a bunker shot here, shot the pros really like. The amateurs, they don't like it as much. What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
That is a solid par putt right there. Take a look now at the 10th hole, Frank. Par 4, 462 yards.
Yeah, this one can play a lot of different distances. And the reason why is if you can sneak a driver to catch the downslope, it can run all the way down. You can have just a wedge in here. If you're not as fortunate and you leave it hanging up on that hill, it plays a good 200 yards for your second.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. This is going to play a lot shorter. It is a steep hill down to the green. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Ooh, so close. Those are painful from that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
Starting the back nine on a sour note here with a drop shot bogey at the 10th. Clean this up with a tap. Just drip that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
Pretty short hole here at the 11th. It's only 379 yards, par 4. Moving on to the 11th hole here at Oakmont. Par 4, 379 yards.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. You like that right there, Frank?
Beautiful lag putt. Great pace.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That's a good par there, Rich.
Now at the par 5 12, 667 yards. Frank, you've played golf around the world at the very highest level. I've heard you say you think this is one of the hardest par 5s on the planet. Why?
The slope of the fairway, you don't get a flat lie anywhere along that, and the green slopes away from you. So really there's no easy out. This is the only par 5 I've ever seen where the best players in the world would take a 5.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Safely on deck.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Shouldn't be a problem here. Has his par. All right, Frank, at the par 3 13th at 183 yards, what do you see here?
Well, there's a lot of things to consider, but the general slope of this green really makes you either hit to a specific section on the green or just try and keep the ball below the hole. It's always easy to putt uphill on fast greens.
This one has a chance to be close. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Oh, man, you can't miss him from that distance. Getting set now over the putt. Doing what needs to be done. You need to make him from that distance. Rich Lerner back with you at the 14th hole at Oakmont. And this is a hole that offers up a pretty good scoring opportunity, a short par 4 at 358 yards. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's no snack, though.
You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Birdie try up next.
Chance for back-to-back.
Good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
On to 16 now, a 231-yard par 3. Frank, where's this one headed?
Well, might just catch the left side of the green. On the dance floor, but it's going to be a long way away from the band.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Looks like he just misread that. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Frank, here we are at the 17th. It's only 313 yards. That's par 4, by the way. Nowadays, that could be a par 3. What's the right way to play this hole, or does it simply depend on where you are in the championship?
I think it depends on where you are in the championship. Sometimes people try and hit drivers at drivable par 4s. Believe it or not necessary to make birdie, but it's the easiest option to make 4. One of the problems here at 17, if you do lay it up and the flag is on the right side, you turn it into a very, very difficult short par 4. And that's the reason why people often try and drive these greens.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Wow, I thought he made that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for Pop.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. He's made it. This is where so many of the legends, from Hogan to Nicklaus to Miller to Els, made their imprint. And don't forget about Angel Cabrera, the last time the U.S. Open was played here. The 18th hole, the clubhouse straight ahead. What a view, and what a moment in the championship. He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here in the final hole. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. This for another birdie on this hole on the week.
Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. There you have it, Frank. The second round is complete. What are your thoughts?
I think anybody looking at this leaderboard, anybody in the top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly in a good position to win. Quality of the golf there in that first 10 is excellent.